When your child is first diagnosed with autism, it is tough to describe it to family and friends. Not only is it difficult to accept, but it is hard to explain. Tough to describe why he sifts sand through his fingers instead of playing with other kids, why he never makes eye contact, why he will never talk in spontaneous sentences, that he repeats the same things over and over again, that he hits his own head. Tough to explain and disturbing in effect, yet you recognize there is hope ahead.
When your child with autism for the first time comes and gives you a hug or says, "I love you," that's like you won $1 million lottery.
For you are aware that there have been stories of courage and optimism, and one of them will be yours.
Life with autism for me is just life, and it's beautiful.
See me beautiful. Look for the best in me. It's what I really am, and all I want to be. It may take some time, it may be hard to find, but see me beautiful. See me beautiful each and every day. Could you take a chance? Could you find a way to see me shining through in everything I do and see me beautiful?
We need to understand why our child is the way he is, or why he does the things he does.
Autism is a brain developmental disorder characterized by impaired social interaction and communication and restricted and repetitive behavior. Signs of autism first appear in the first 2 years of life. Autism is often called a spectrum disorder, as it encompasses both people who can pass through life perhaps even undiagnosed, as well as those who may be severely impaired and require lifelong assistance.
I'm very happy with him.
This knowledge and the joy of living, despite impairment, is made possible not only with the support of one's family, but also through organizations who dedicate their lives to support a cause.
Having a child with autism teaches you what unconditional love is. And I think that once you learn to love unconditionally, there is nothing greater than that in the world.
In a society, there are always those who pick up the challenge, who stand up and say, "We can."
Action for Autism started from my house actually as a national parent organization to create awareness about autism and to change perceptions about autism in India, to show people that individuals with autism can also learn and progress, and that there are specific ways of teaching them. And very soon AFA evolved into a movement for the rights of persons with autism and their families.
The organization was started by a group of parents of autistic children in 1991. AFA has since then evolved along with its activities and expanded its services while widening its scope further through the National Center for Autism. The organization that started in a spare bedroom has grown to encompass the global autistic community. The center was dedicated by Shrimati Sonia Gandhi, and its foundation was laid by Shrimati Sheila Dikshit, and brought about greater awareness for the condition. Allocated a plot of land in Jasola, the organization built it into the National Center, housing its many services.
AFA जैसे माहौल मिले तो औरों को भी प्रोत्साहन मिलेगा अपना टैलेंट दिखाने में.
Action for Autism is a dynamic collaboration between parents and professionals who have picked up the challenge.
I've seen AFA grow and I've grown with AFA. That's most important.
AFA encourages parents to accept their child with autism and to recognize their children's strengths.
My child is accepted at AFA unconditionally.
AFA helps parents understand that autism is not something to be ashamed of.
I was given the autism here not as if it was a death sentence or something terrible that has happened to me, but very, very matter-of-factly. I was told things I could do with him, things that I could work with in order to help him cope better with his autism.
Open Door, a school run by AFA, has gained recognition for providing a healthy and positive environment and serves as a model for other schools.
We also run outreach programs so that we can utilize our resources and reaching out to as many people as we can. So for instance, we have kids who are going to mainstream schools, other special needs schools, children who are being homeschooled. They all come here in the afternoons for remedial work that would support them in whatever programs that they are on outside.
Open Door helps autistic children to build on their social and communication skills to help them better move to more integrated settings.
I suppose mothers can be wonderful, wonderful teachers if they really are equipped or taught to be.
Aadhaar is another effort of the organization, providing young adults with autism, self-help, daily living and independent skills. The training unit also helps them adapt and fit into mainstream work environment.
मैं यहाँ बहुत सालों से काम कर रही हूँ और जब मैं यहाँ शुरुआत में आई थी तो ये काम मुझे बहुत चैलेंजिंग लगता था और बहुत मुश्किल लगता था, लेकिन अब जब मैं ऑटिज्म को समझ पाई हूँ तो ये काम मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है और इस काम को करने में मुझे बहुत मजा आ रहा है.
AFA was initially focused on creating awareness about autism and to counsel, support and empower families. Education, research, training and lobbying for the rights of the autistic community over the years has enabled the organization to make that difference.
The National Trust Bill was being discussed and we campaigned to get autism included and we were successful. So now we have the National Trust Act that specifically mentions autism. This was a watershed in the changes that we were subsequently able to bring about for autism in the country.
The efforts of Action for Autism in the last few years have been fruitful, and it's very heartening to see that CBSE is now extending relaxations and concessions that were available to children with learning disabilities to children with autism also.
AFA also offers a diploma in special education and has been approved to start a B.Ed. These courses allow trainees to develop the skills they need to effectively work with children with autism. Training over the decade has been through workshops as well as through hands-on programs in Delhi and other cities in a host of countries. With its vast network of families throughout South Asia and connections to families throughout the world, AFA has participated in many collaborative research projects with researchers in the US and UK and provides support to visiting scholars from India and abroad.
It has been an absolute pleasure to collaborate with Action for Autism on a number of these research projects, and I think that they have a very bright future ahead of them in the research field because they have a number of very skilled researchers that also know the phenomenon of autism very well.
AFA has a commitment to network with other NGOs in India.
We have been publishing a journal called Autism Network, which is a great source of information on autism, especially in the Indian context for parents as well as professionals. Additionally, we have been generating reading material for parents and professionals and translating material in Indian languages.
Action for Autism is the voice for autism in India, and its message is, we and our children have learnt and progressed. Yours can too.
The children are treated with respect, with dignity and with 100% acceptance.
Action for Autism gave me a community of people like myself who had children with autism.
We have learned how to enjoy.
In time, there may come new treatments for autism, new ways of doing things. AFA too is looking towards a brighter future for the autism community.
In the coming years, we want to get more involved in research activities, but in addition, the areas that we want to focus on, these are mainstreaming of students with autism, training in work skills for adults with autism.
One thing we want to address is the prime concern of every parent, the universal question, what after us? We will set up a model residence for replication all over the country.
A small step from its side, but a major leap for the community.
It has been a blessing to be associated with a place like AFA.
The journey of AFA is the journey of the autism community.
They're serving as a model for how other countries in South Asia might develop autism services and autism organizations.
A continual progression of hope, light, and accomplishments.